three, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. On play action, Lawrence. Well, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
11. Burrow looking to pass. The quick slant caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Third and goal, Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
On 2. 11.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And the Jaguars are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Oh, they were so close to the goal line, Charles. 4th down, they figure, well, we'll go for it. But the decision to pass winds up being a bad one with that interception.
Well, I think you said it really well. They may have just figured we're this close, we may as well go for it. Or They had a plan right from the beginning coming into this game to be aggressive. In any event, it didn't work out for them.
Recon, look at you fighter.
He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. The Jaguars at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
They go play action with Lawrence. He's got this into the hands of Barkley coming across the field. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, Look, I know defensive backs. They have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Burrow on first down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To the air again, Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 12, 11, Thomas. 11.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
11 MP, 11.
Again, it's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
No.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle, Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. play action. It's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
On third down, Lawrence. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From the 27, Lawrence. Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. From midfield now, Burrow. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
11.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11 MT. 11 MT.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
11, MC, tight. 11.
Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Here we go. 11.
They run for it with Mixon. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Denied on fourth down is Joe Mixon. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Bengals grab it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And so the last three drives, you've got two. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They go play action now. Lawrence. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ready, break.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Start.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
11,
Burrow on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Burrow will throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
12.
Burrow looking to pass. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Jaguars 3. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. He's got a man, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
11, Thomas.
Now it's Burrow. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
11 empty. 11.
Here's Burrow. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Lawrence. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
12. 11 Thomas.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
11 MP, take. 11 MP, take. 11 MP, 11 MP, 11, 11.
First down. Here's Burrow. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone.
11.
But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
11 MP, 11 MP, 11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow, flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
12. 11 Thomas. 11, 11, 11. 11 MP, take. 11 MP, take.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
To the air again, Burrow. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
11.
Here's Mixon. Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. McPherson's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Move to the fire. Hey, ball, Bravo. Go.
Now Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left. Contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
11 Thomas.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score. Bengals 24. Jaguars 9. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still...
He's got a man, complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 65 yards.
Hey, exit.
Now Lawrence to throw. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Zerline connects on the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try to bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On third down, he'll drop to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mixing up the middle, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here we go with Burrow. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He's going to let it go again. Touchdown, Bengals. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready? Hey, deep sit. Deep sit.
A final shot now for Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed.